Today in Cannabis News, voters in Denver, Colorado will soon vote on raising the city's cannabis tax to fund pandemic research. Nevada generates over $1 billion in cannabis sales statewide in the course of a year, and the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs maintains its opposition to medical cannabis research for military veterans. It's Friday, October 15th, and this is your Trichomes Morning Buzz.
Broadcasting live from the Trichomes.com studios in Southern California. It's time for your Morning Buzz. We bring you late-breaking news that keeps you up to date with what's happening in the cannabis industry.
First up, voters will soon decide on Ordinance 300 on the November 2nd ballot in Denver, Colorado to create a pandemic study fund by raising the city's cannabis sales tax from 10.3% to 11.8%. or charging 15 cents extra to every $10 paid in an adult use retailer. The University of Colorado Denver's City Center is set to oversee the possible studies, which will concentrate on technology that can keep people safe from parasitic infections, as well as new public policies that can help with pandemic readiness and recuperation. The people of Denver want to be prepared the next time a pandemic strikes, and this ballot initiative is the way to make that happen, the Denver Pandemic Fund campaign stated in a memo to the Denver Post. Critics, notably Mayor Michael Hancock, argued that it is a flawed plan that would overburden Denver residents with an extra tax expense.
Next up, over the course of a year, Nevada shops generated over $1 billion in recreational and medical cannabis, according to state regulators. The statistics were published by the Nevada Cannabis Compliance Board and the Nevada Department of Taxation, and it shows that tax cannabis sales totaled over $1.3 billion in fiscal year 2021, which spanned from July 1st, 2020 to July 30th, 2021. In comparison, overall cannabis sales for fiscal year 2020 totaled $685 million. Clark County, wherein Las Vegas is situated, accounted for the majority of the cannabis sales at nearly $800 million. In Washoe County, where Reno is situated, over $135 million worth of cannabis was bought. The remaining $77 million came from surrounding regions. According to a measure approved by Governor Steve Sisolak, 10% of tax income from recreational cannabis purchases will go toward public school financing.
Last up, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs stated it maintains opposition to a measure that would mandate it to perform scientific research into the medicinal benefits of cannabis for combat veterans under President Joe Biden's administration. This is in spite of a number of veterans organizations, including the American Legion and the Disabled American Veterans, having expressed backing for the measure. Although the VA is not fundamentally against the bill, it believes it is redundant and overly restrictive. According to VA's David Carroll, every medical study involving human participants that poses a health danger must involve the smallest number of participants needed to avoid unnecessarily putting subjects at risk. Carroll says some impacts are not known, thus a circumscribed approach to determine dose, administration modality, and best outcome measure must be shown in a proof-of-concept approach to ensure the validity of the research. Carroll stated that the VA is already dedicating resources and research expertise to study the effects of cannabis on conditions affecting veterans. However, activists and prominent legislators say it's not enough.
That was today's Buzz. Thanks for listening. For more cannabis news and insights from industry professionals and a place to discuss these stories and others, visit trichomes.com.
And be sure to catch up with all of our other cannabis industry-related podcasts like Hash It Out, Tech in Cannabis, or the International Cannabis Conversation, wherever you get your podcasts. For trichomes.com, I'm RJ Ballot.
And I'm Devin Liao. Have a great day.